Blender has a pretty busy release cycle. Every 3 months we get a new version with massive amounts of updates. And if you are like me and want to stay up to date with the latest alpha releases, pretty much every day can come with interesting changes that you might want to try. So it can get a bit annoying to keep updating Blender every day. Luckily, there is a great way to get all of these updates automatically, and it is by using the Steam client. You might only know Steam as a game store and launcher. However, you can also use it to find applications such as Blender. So let's search for Blender on the store, and we will just hit the free icon because Blender is free. And we will install it somewhere on our system. In order to find it, you do have to enable software as well as the games in your library section. Now we can find it by typing in Blender, and maybe I'll add it to my favorites. So now it's here. Click on it and hit launch. After a couple seconds, you will see the latest Blender version on your screen, and it should use the same user preferences that you already have in your system. This Blender install will automatically update every time Blender launches a new version. In my case, I'm using Steam to keep up to date with the latest alpha version, which really changes every day. So to switch to the Blender alpha version, right-click on the Blender entry and go to Properties. Now go to the Betas section and select the Autotest VDEV Alpha version. You can also pick other versions from here. As soon as I do this, the Steam updater will automatically reinstall Blender to make sure we're using the latest alpha version. Now we're ready to launch. And as you can see, we have the latest 3.0 alpha. Now we might want to make this one the default version of Blender in the system. So we go to the Preferences under the System tab, and we find the Make Default button. Now the file association has been registered. So when you click on a blend file, for example, in your file browser, it will open with this version of Blender. One last thing you might want to do is to right-click on the Blender icon and pin it to the taskbar. This is especially useful if you're using the Windows operating system. This way, you do not need Steam to be running in order to launch Blender.